Betting WNBA futures where Caitlin Clark-Paige Bueckers fit in MVP. RoY race entering the season. Caitlin Clark was the odds-on favorite to win the WNBA MVP award. Her injury this week changed the dynamic of several WNBA futures races, starting with the MVP where we have a new odds-on favorite. Let's take a look at the current state of the MVP and Rookie of the Year races, at the favorites, the contenders and the long shots to identify where the best betting value lies. Most Valuable Player Leader, Napheesa Collier -275 in the hunt, Caitlin Clark +400, Aya Wilson +1,000 long shots of interest, Brianna Stewart +6,000, Kelsey Plum +6,000, Alyssa Thomas 10,000. Collier has taken over as the heavy favorite to win the MVP award at -275. The Lynx, last season's WNBA Finals runner-up, are tied with the defending champion Liberty for the best record in the WNBA as the last two undefeated teams. Collier, the defending Defensive Player of the Year, is leading the WNBA in scoring at 26.8 ppg and is also top 10 in rebounding 10th, 7.8 rpg blocks 5th, 1.4 bpg and steals 4th, 2.4 spg. Clark still has the second shortest odds, even with her injury. The initial estimate is that she's out at least 2 weeks, which would be roughly 4 to 6 games out, or roughly 10%-15% of the season. Clark would still have the chance to get back in the race with that much time off, particularly if the team is able to stay in contention while she's out. Team record is a big factor in MVP vote, in addition to individual stats. Clark leads the WNBA with 9.3 APG, is top 10 in both steals and blocks and is top 25 in rebounds. Wilson, the 3-time and reigning WNBA MVP, is the best value on the board at +1,000. She was the runaway winner last season, and even with a relatively slow start to the season, she still leads the league with 2.3 bpg, is top 5 in both scoring 4th and rebound 2nd, is top 10 in steals and 15th in assists. The Aces are 2-2 as they adjust to their new lineup, but they project to settle out as one of the best teams in the league. Wilson will very likely push for the league lead in multiple categories again this season, as she did last year. Being able to get 10-1 odds on Wilson for MVP seems almost too good to be true. Stewart, Plum and Thomas all have arguments to be in the MVP race. But one player that likely should be mentioned, and isn't even listed on the odds board, is Jonquel Jones. The 2021 MVP is off to an outstanding start for the Liberty, and is the team's second leading scorer with 16.8 ppg. She ranks top 10 in the league in both rebounds 7th and blocks 3rd. If the Liberty remain on top of the league with Jones leading the way, she will likely enter the MVP conversation before the season ends.